On the demand of a subscriber, here is a complete video on writing task 1. I'll be presenting many templates and vocabulary, and this video is going to be a little longer than the previous ones. So, yes, this is the introduction of paragraph. The rendered, here you will put the name of the uh, content, that is a bar graph or pie chart or diagram, whatever, so that you will put here. The rendered bar graph unfolds the information regarding. Here you will put the title of the topic, whatever the information they have told about over the time span of. If the years are mentioned, then you will put the years here. Over the time span of can be told in 1980 to 1990, like this, or you can write over the time span of 20 years or 10 years or a decade. The data is calibrated in percentage, millions, uh, kilograms, kilometers, whatever, right? So this is going to be your introduction paragraph. Then comes the main body paragraph. It is: fleeting glance makes it abundantly clear that the initial year, the value was noted to be this in the starting years, the basic starting uh, quotations you will write here. Afterwards, in the next dash year, you can change the words. If the years are not mentioned, then you can write down whatever the data calibration is told. Like if in the next category, you can write it followed a dash path. So paths I will tell you, trends and path names I will tell you. It followed a increasing path, decreasing path, right? So, and reached at dash, reached at highest point, right? After falling or rising in the next dash years, the value recovered या stumbled. Recovered means बढ़ गया है, stumbled means कम हो गया है, and were amounted to be this, amounted to be 5%, amounted to be 10 million, right? So this is the line which expresses contrast in the year, and dash another year you will put. The maximum dash was accounted for. The maximum quotation you will put here, and was accounted to be for the product name or the category you will mention here, and closely followed by the other thing, the other category you will mention here. So this is going to be a comparison line. Conversely, the least proportion was observed in the case of. Here again, conversely will also express the comparison. The comparison system starts from these two lines. The least proportion was observed in the case of, like here you will talk about the lowest category, and then you will this is the you will mention the conclusion. Thus, from the given information, it is evident that the values followed a decreasing, a fluctuating trend over the years. So this is going to be your complete template for the writing task 1. And I have another template for you. And this goes like this. Yes. The introduction paragraph, the supplied or given bar graph indicates, illustrates, depicts information about, here you will put the topic, what, where, and when. You will not write what, where, and when. You will just fill what the thing is, where it happened, and when it happened, right? Remember, you will not write what, where, when. All right, you will just put the name of the thing, the area where it happened, and when it happened, in which years it happened. So, coming to the body paragraph, to begin with, at first glance, it is quite evident, it is clear that you have to compare high numbers and trends with lower. Here in this very starting, you will you do the comparison line and be free from this uh, thing. However, moreover, dash and year dash compare less significant trends and numbers. Thereafter, write about two unique numbers or information. Dash respectively. Respectively is a very good word to use in writing task वन, because respectively अगर किसी को नहीं पता है तो respectively का मतलब होता है कि जिसके बारे में पहले बात कही है, पहले उसकी बात कर रहा हूँ, पहले उसकी गिनती बता रहा हूँ, उसके बाद जिसका नाम लिया है दूसरी गिनती उस दूसरे नाम की है. सो रिस्पेक्टिवली का मतलब ये होता है. Moving ahead, dash swiftly, rapidly, significantly increased. Although, however, dash dramatically decreased or dropped, toppled. Here you will express the contrast. Dash remained unchanged, constant, same in year, or finally. Hence, it is scrutinized uh, or analyzed that in the overall time period, here you will put the time period like 20 years or 10 years, it is maximum, while whereas dash recovered minimum. So yeah, it's a little confusing one. Just think about just take this idea from the slashes, uh, look at the brackets, because they are for the understanding, not for copying as it is. So I hope you will try to understand this. Yeah, there's another template for writing task one. Here it goes. The diagram illustrates the way in which and how it is then dash overall. Yeah, some of the teachers and uh, sometimes IDP also suggested that the overall should be mentioned in the first paragraph. So here you will do that. The diagram illustrates the way in which dash and how it is then overall. Here you will put the sum up of the quotations that you generally see. Pass through dash stages. If it's a diagram, it's for the diagram. uh, Four stages, right? So before being bagged, bagged means इकट्ठे करने से पहले, before being bagged, ready for the use, and as dash, which then account 15% of the four materials used to produce concrete. These are the examples I have told. While the process of making, yeah, you put the product name, uses a number of tools. Yeah, you put the tools that I used, machines that I used. The production of the product name requires dash machinery name. In the first stage of making the product name, this dash is then the raw material. You will put name write down the raw material that is put in the first stage, and then the resulting mixture is packed, or you can say vacuumed. Then the final product is afterwards put into the bags ready to be used. So this is the template for the diagram in writing task 1. Here are some of the vocabulary for contrasting, for expressing contrasts. Although, even though, whenever you will use them, you will always use them with subject plus verb. Despite, in spite of, you will write them with noun or gerund. Despite the fact that, on the one hand, on the other hand, however, nevertheless, even so. So, yeah, these are the vocabulary words you can use for expressing contrast. And yeah, this I have, I think, already told in my previous videos, but let's just recall it. Uh, these are the vocabulary words for telling the path and trends. So, yeah, if it is slowly increasing or rapidly increasing, then you will use these vocabulary words: grow up, escalate, increase, rocketed, leapt, soared. It एकदम बढ़ने लगा, right? So when it reached to the top, the highest point, then for the highest point you will yeah, you will use this vocabulary. When it is coming down a little, then this vocabulary. Then zigzag path, yeah, zigzag trend, fluctuating path, a fluctuating trend, visit, okay, vicissitudes, vicissitudes is increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing, and then erratic trend, undulative path. Then when for the lowest, reach to the dip, hit the lowest point, drop to the lowest point, bottomed out, nosedive, hit the trough, reach its nadir. So these are very impressive words you can use for expressing the lowest point. To stay the same, if it is constant, if the ratio remains constant, then you use this. To stay the same, remain constant, stable, leveled off, reach to a plateau, stagnant. I again give you the full view, and you can zoom it, pause the video, and write down these, because these are really important for you. Again, some of the vocabulary for increasing, decreasing, steadiness. All right, I hope you will pause and write them down. Yep. Gradual increase, gradual decrease. Gradual मतलब grade wise, धीरे धीरे बढ़ता घटता रहा. And stand ability, leveled off, जब stable रहा वो. Right, so these kind of vocabulary you can use. Okay, these are the ways. This is gradual increase, gradual decrease, right? So, yeah, and here's the vocabulary for understanding this. See, have you understood this? Yep. For the gradual, rapid change, moderate change, uh, you can use this vocabulary. Here is some vocabulary for rapid ups and downs. बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ते घटते रहे तो yeah, this you can use. And then this is the vocabulary for not only saying 50%, 20%. Instead of saying 50, 40%, you can say a tenth of, 2/10 of, 3/10 of, 4/10 of. All right. So if it is 25, 50, or 75, a quarter, a half, 3/4. If it is 33, 1/3, a third, two-thirds. These kind of vocabulary is more impressive than the other vocabularies, other words. So, yep. Next one is that you need to write this down. Yeah, when it is 1 million, then six zeros. Uh, um, five with six zeros, nine with six zeros, right? And five with nine zeros. So these kind of words you can use instead of saying 1 million, half million, 1,000, over £2, 30 years you can say, and 83 people, 80s and 20s, 1980s. 100% of numbers is the full of the total of it, and three-fourth of it, half of it, quarter of it. You can say these things also. And yep, if the number is 97,979,357, that is nearly 10 million, slightly above one third of a million, over 7 million, right? So this way you can write instead of writing the exact number. This is more impressive. And yes, again, we have some of the good vocabulary for using um, your percentage. Yep, it's good one, impressive one. So let's turn to another idea, that is yep, these are the vocabularies you can use for compare and contrast. I hope this is quite helpful for you, and we must not skip what is expected from us. In task 1, they expect they expect the data should be presented in accurate information. जो भी आप इंफॉर्मेशन उसमें दे रहे हैं वो एक्यूरेट हो, अपनी तरफ से बनाई कोई लाइनें ना हो. प्रोवाइडिंग एन ओवरव्यू, ओवरऑल में हम ओवरव्यू तो देंगे ही कि ये देखा जा सकता है कि अच्छा कि फ्लक्चुएटिंग ट्रेंड रहा है या इंक्रीजिंग ट्रेंड रहा है. हाईलाइटिंग की फीचर्स, मेन स्टेजेस, मेन मैक्सिमम मिनिमम तो आप बताएंगे ही बताएंगे. हाईलाइटिंग की फीचर्स मीन्स की सबसे मुख्य बातें क्या होती हैं कि हाईएस्ट या लोएस्ट ज़रूर बताया जाए, और ओवरव्यू बताया जाएगा, एक्यूरेट इन्फॉर्मेशन दी जाएगी कि किस बारे में है ये, एंड सपोर्टिंग डिटेल्स विद डाटा. अब ये देखिए, ओवरव्यू आप पहले ही दे दीजिए ओवर उसमें इंट्रोडक्शन पैराग्राफ में. हाईएस्ट एंड लोएस्ट दे दीजिए, आप बॉडी पैराग्राफ की स्टार्टिंग में कंपेयर कर दीजिए. एंड देन आप फिर उसके बाद या आपका मेन आपने 3 पॉइंट्स कवर कर लिए, एंड देन यू गो फॉर व्हाट इज़ लेफ्ट, जो बच गया है उस डाटा के बारे में बात करते जाइए. एंड आई वुड सजेस्ट दैट आप जो है बात करते जाइए उसकी. आप जब राइटिंग टास्क लिख रहे हैं तो एक एक पैराग्राफ, इंट्रोडक्शन पैराग्राफ लिखते हुए आप जो है काउंट करते रहें वर्ड्स को, और आप बॉडी पैराग्राफ जब ख़त्म करें तब आप वर्ड्स को काउंट कर लें. बॉडी पैराग्राफ आपका 120 वर्ड्स में ख़त्म हो जाना चाहिए. फिर आप गुड टू गो हैं कि आपका 30 वर्ड्स में तो आप कंक्लूजन लिख ही लेंगे, राइट. एंड कंक्लूजन में आपको ओवरऑल आप रिपीट करना चाहें थोड़ा सेंटेंस को चेंज करके, या हाईएस्ट लोएस्ट की बात करना चाहें, थोड़ा सेंटेंस बदल के, तो आप वो भी कर सकते हैं। समटाइम्स डाटा ही बहुत कम होता है, so we have to repeat, but we can repeat it by smartly using complex sentences, compound sentences, और active passive voice। so इन सब का यूज़ करके आप एक ही बात को दो तरीके से, अलग डिफरेंटली साउंड करती हुई दो तरीके से आप कह पाते हैं। so I hope this video is helpful to you, and I'll try to help you in future for different tasks of IELTS, PTE and immigration। आपकी कोई भी क्वेरी है प्लीज़ मुझे बता दीजिए, कि बताया कीजिए कमेंट पे, सो दैट मैं उस पर काम कर सकूं और आपको बेटर गाइड कर सकूं। देयर आर मैनी मिसकंसेप्शंस रिगार्डिंग इमिग्रेशन आल्सो, सो उस पर भी मैं किसी दिन आपसे आपको गाइड करूंगी कि आपका कोई भी केस जो है आप कैसे डील करें। आप में से कोई भी एसओपी लिखवाना चाहे तो आप मुझे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। आप एक नंबर जो है यहाँ पे मैसेज छोड़ दें कि अम, आपको एसओपी लिखवाना है, और जिनको एसओपी नहीं पता है उनके लिए मैं डेफिनेटली एक सेपरेट वीडियो बनाने वाली हूँ। एंड आई विल कैच यू लेटर। ऑलराइट, सो hope you like it, and hope to hear more from you. Please like, subscribe and share my channel.